So you guys have been asking a lot of questions about building your team, how to ultimately get your team to a 99 overall. So right now I'm at a 97 and I'm gradually moving, but I'm going to give you the blueprint to make your team a 99 overall, how you actually build it, the chems that make sense based on what you want, and everything that adds up to giving you these blue icons on the top with the numbers to show that you're getting the chemistries that are on the right. Because like I said, there's a lot of you new guys coming in and also my veterans that still have questions about the specifics to why I use certain, certain schemes. Why do I use certain players? How am I able to interchange my players as I raid sell them and still keep my overall? I got so much more to give you guys, and it's coming up right now. All right, so we are back right now, and even if you got the game late, you can still get your team to at least a 97 with the way that I've gotten it. For those of you guys that don't know, I have to check what I've spent, but I think, I don't know. I've given you guys every bundle. You could pretty much, on my channel, go to playlist and then look for Madden 19 pack openings, and every time I did a pack opening, you'll be able to estimate, because I show you guys the amount of money I spend and the points and everything like that. But again, you're going to need to grind the game a little bit, because just getting packs, you would have to still be extremely lucky. With the solos that I've played over 2,000, well, not two, I don't think I got to 2,000 yet. I've played at least 1,700 though. And I've gotten the free money and the stuff that you get for beating the, for playing 1,500 solos. But again, I'm kind of soloed out, but those solos really help to get me a lot of the key cards, especially grinding your MUT level. So the first thing that you're going to want to do, right? You're going to want to make sure that you're at least a level 70. All right, Gmias, what are you talking about? How am I going to get to a level 70? Blah, blah, blah. Listen, shut your mouth for 5 seconds. Understand this. Most of you guys are at least a level 70, because I've already asked this question to all of you guys like maybe a month ago in other videos, and you guys were already ready to go. You guys grinded it out. You took advantage of the ×2 of, when they give you the XP. Right now with solo battles, they're giving you, and I believe that this is going to be going on for the rest of the year, they're giving you ×2. So there's really no excuse for you guys to not be level 70. I don't care if you're a doctor, a lawyer, all that stuff. Bro, I actually have doctors that watch my videos that are still level 70 right now. True story. No need for me to tell you a lie. NBA athletes, NFL athletes that watch my videos, and they're level 70. So there's really no excuse for you guys to not be level 70, especially with EA Sports giving you guys every opportunity to be a level 70. All right, so now that that's done, what we're going to do right now, we're going to take a look at the chemistries on the right side of the screen. All right, you'll notice that it's power run, zone run, and go deep for my offense, right? Why do I use these things? All right, let me explain what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and right-click down on the analog stick. You're going to see that I get stiff arm, impact block, break tackle, truck, run block power, lead block from power run. You're going to see in zone run that spin move is key, because spin move is everything. If you guys watch the Madden Championship, you guys would understand getting mossed and spin moves, that's all you really need to be really, really good at Madden 19. So just make sure you guys have good spectacular catch and spin move, and you'll be all set. The one exception to the rule is George Kittle, because he has absolutely no spin move. He's just extremely fast. So in a regular MUT team, if you're trying to burn somebody deep, he is an ideal player that you're going to want to have. But again, he has no spin move. So most people are using Shannon Sharp, because you could get Shannon Sharp's spin move kind of glitchy. You could do that kind of stuff with him and make him be, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's pretty decent because he does everything else. He's just not as fast. All right, but he has the trucking and a lot of other things that you can add to him. All right, now that that's done, right, with the zone run, you get elusiveness, run block finesse, you get run block, and that's the key thing. With run block itself, the actual attribute of run block, when you add that directly to the player, it enhances them so, it's crazy. It just enhances them so much more when you add actual run block. Don't forget, I do have John Madden Coach, and he has the additional slots, because I played, enough games to get his slots, additional slots to him. So if you buy the John Madden Coach, you still have to play the game to get the trophies to then open up more of his slots. Let me just show you what's going on with that before we continue to break it down, so you guys can understand, because I want to break it down as we go along, because you guys sometimes get confused. If you buy John Madden Coach, he's about 600K right now, but you can make him using trophies. Remember, we're at Series 4. You can use your Series 4 trophies in Series 3, 2, and 1. but you're going to have to do a lot of grinding to also get it done. My veterans already know this, so they're like, yo, Gmia, we already know this. But again, everybody doesn't know it, so I'm showing them anyway. You would need 200 trophies to get the John Madden coach if you did not want to spend the 600K, which is what he's going for now. Then after you get that, you have to go through every series and add another 100 trophies to continue to open up more of his slots in his card to continue to get him to add more attributes to your players. So Series 3 had one, Series 2 had one, Series 4 had one, and you got to keep getting 100 trophies over and over again up until Series 4. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you what slots open up and how we're able to get the +1 speed, because some of you newer guys that are coming to the channel really want to know, Gmia, how are you getting that extra +1 speed? I understand the sprinter cam that you have to have 30 players. How are you actually getting that +1 from John Madden coach? So let's take a look at John Madden coach. With the additional slots that you open up, right now you should be down to Madden scheme chemistry slot 4. All right. When you get to the physical chem, you'll see you can add +1 speed and +1 jump. All right. We're using pass defense, passing, and passing as the other chems for him, but we have enough to get to the Madden physical. So, and we also have Madden rushing. All right. So these things that we've added to our players apply to the entire team. So the entire team will get carrying, stiff arm, impact block, and run block finesse. The entire team will get +1 speed and +1 jump, so on and so forth. And that's what you would have to grind out if you were to get John Madden this late. Should you get him? That's on you. Do you have enough time to get all this stuff done? I don't know. You got to tell me, bro. It is what it is. All right? So now, when you're building your team to where it is right now, do you need John Madden coach? It's not necessarily true that you need John Madden coach. I just want to go in here and get back out because it glitches up the side over here where it doesn't show the stars and everything that goes with it. So you got to actually click in and then click out. Now you can see the stars again. All right, so power run, zone run, and the go deep. Why do we use go deep? Go deep, the throw power for the quarterback, beat press, break sack, spectacular catch, deep throw accuracy, deep route running. All right, so that adds to the players that we're actively using. You may notice that we do not have Tyreek Hill. There's a reason for that. In MUT, he's not as good as he is in regs and salary cap because everybody has 99 speed corners and safeties and all kinds of crazy stuff that stays with him. So you got to moss people, and he's too short to actively continue to moss people. So you'll see people use Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Julio Jones, those type of players, Amari Cooper, people over 6 feet. That makes it easier. But not only that, these guys with these chems with the go deep, you'll see that they're chemmed up. If I wanted to, I've already showed you guys this. You can use West Coast, you can use go deep. Right now he's a 94 because I prefer him to be a 94 because I want to add spin move. But like I said, if I wanted to make him a 95, it's very simple. I go over to his card. I'm going to take away a lot from his actual card, but I go back to his card. Why did they bring me all the way out? I must have pressed circle twice. If I want to make him a 95, I easily go to go deep and switch his chem. All right, just so you can kind of understand the way the chemistries work. Calvin Johnson was a monster when he played, and obviously it makes sense that the go deep would be probably the better thing for him. So let me just show you what happens. He goes immediately to a 95. Why does that happen? Because it adds spec catch. It adds so many other things to him to make him more it just makes him better. So what I'm going to do for the purposes of the video, I'm going to leave him like that. I'm just going to leave him the way that he is. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. Let me go back. I keep pressing circle because you have to press R3. And then I keep backing out by mistake. When you go and press on his card, right, and now you see him as a 95, the reason that he gets the boost is because I get his spec catch up higher than it was before by +3. So that increases his overall, and it's better for the Moss action. I will tell you this, though. He maybe because he was on zone run, he dropped the ball a lot. We're going to experiment with him and just leave him on go deep for now. Because honestly, he and Randy Moss have the same spin move, and Randy Moss actually spins people at 85, right? What is he, at 85? Oh, he's at 82. So how does Randy Moss get the +3? I don't know. If he's only at 82 and he's doing that, and this guy's at 85, and I still get spin moves with Randy Moss, I guess it makes sense to keep him at a go deep. All right, so now that we, pretty much understand what that's about, you have to know the chemistries that make the players go up. Like, for instance, this guy right here, power run makes him a 99. If you give him zone run, he'll be a 98. So you got to make sure that you have the right chem. Obviously, when you look at it, it's like, all right, it doesn't really matter. +1, what is that going to matter? It matters a lot in getting your overall raised. With the quarterback, I'm going to always go deep because, like, with a guy like Donovan McNabb, the reason, like I said, that I really like Donovan McNabb over Michael Vick, he's more accurate, and not only that, his spin move is deadly. So you don't really, everybody's like, yeah, Michael Vick. Yeah, I had to learn the hard way. Michael Vick is a trash can in this game, and he's going to overthrow passes that he should always make, but it doesn't really matter. But if you look at him stock, he's a 92 spin move. That is ridiculous. 92 juke move. I know a lot of you guys that watched him play remember he could really juke you out your, out your cleats, bro. The dude Donovan McNabb was outrageous. But again, he's really, really good. And when you give him that go deep, fully maxed out, he's a 98. So these are the chems that you want to leave on your wide receivers and your quarterback. The go deep is very essential to get that blue chemistry there. All right. With the running backs, you want to go zone run. Saquon Barkley, because he was the offensive rookie of the year, is probably going to get a new card. So he may at some point be better than Ricky Williams. We'll see how that goes. I thought that oh yeah, you can't get a chem on him. I'm going to have to actually buy his card, and they do release it because I don't think it'll upgrade with the rookie premier. I don't think they're going to give you that. But the rookie premiers, all right, they don't get the chems. Also, the rising stars don't get physical chems. So you'll notice that they don't have anything other than scheme chemistries. But they are useful in getting the dual stuff that we have. Like the power run and the run stuff, you'll see that I have rising stars that are below them that have specific chems because they can get ×6, all right, of any scheme. So they help me to be able to get either the dual chem that I need or 6 of 1. I think all I don't have is the right guard, and that's it. So we can actually get the right guard and really get it, where we want to get it. But again, it's up to you how you guys want to deal with it. It's really just up to you. But you got to get the right chems, and you're going to need rising stars to be able to have the dual chems to be able to really boost your team to the maximum level. So more than likely, with the next series, I should be able to jump to a 98, and if possible, maybe even a 99, depending on if I end up, trying to add more chems defensively. Because look, as we jump to the defense, we have lockdown and zone run, and then pass rush, we're only missing 11. So we could actually chem it to give some of these guys and have 3 chems on defense as well, and make it even more boost by giving the people the right stuff that it applies to, that it applies to. Because like the run stuff is better than the pass rush on certain players that require more of the we're gonna go run stuff lockdown, and we have, what is the other one? We have run stuff lockdown. Why is zone run down here only 28? Oh, because we brought that down because of I took it away from Calvin. All right, so with that being said, I just realized that I'm gonna have to add zone run to someone. I'm like, why is that down there? All right, so what do we have? We have run stuff. Okay, run stuff is up there. We have 31 with power run. All right, let me see something. We're going to have to either get the right guard and get him up, or we're going to have to change something up because now we're missing zone run. So that's what was going on. That's why I probably had him like that. He's zone run 2, this guy. Zone run ×2. Okay. I guess we could figure this out afterwards. What does this guy have? He has zone run times what? Let me see what he's doing. Let's go ahead. Let's go look at this guy real quick. What does he have? All right, so he's missing one of the other ones. So let's just add zone run to this guy. All right, and then that should do that. So that puts us back up to where it's supposed to be. All right, that's fine. That's the good thing about having rising stars, because you can just go ahead and just add more schemes to them and not have to take people out of your lineup. And I was just trying to look at it because, like I said, I always want to make sure that you guys understand what I'm doing. So all I really do, the secret to it is just having rising stars and being able to manipulate. Like, look, I only have lockdown on this guy. So if I wanted to add, like, let's say, hold on, let me go into one of these and back out so you guys can see the stars. It's really, really stupid, but it's just a glitch that happens where the stars just remove itself. Pretty hard to follow it when you don't see the actual stars. All right, so now power run and zone run is back to where it's supposed to be, and then we have go deep there. So our 3 chemistries on the offensive side of the ball is fine. Now when we look at run stuff, lockdown, and then that's already 9 more. You see that? We already have 9 more of that. So we can actually add pass rush to this and start to manipulate it a little bit and see what we could do with it. All right, now you'll notice that a lot of these cards, they have things that are specific to what we're trying to do. Like when we go to run stuff gives us that block shed. So I want that. For a guy like Lawrence Taylor, you're going to want block shed on him. You're not going to want anything else, because if you send him off the edge, especially if you use aggressive every now and again, he's going to get to the quarterback. So with run stuff, it's very, very good, you know, for certain players to have that. Now, with pass rush, that's the unique thing, because a lot of you guys want to know, yo, pass rush, what are we doing here? It's very, very difficult. It's, you know, Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year, he's probably going to get another card very soon. When you look at it, you got to understand, it's usually the backup players that have the pass rush, but you can see that we're over the amount. So with run stuff, the way that it is with 5 over and then 4 over with lockdown, we could take away from that, add the 9 to that, make that 28, and then we could find other ways to get, you know, get pass rush really, really high up. Because for the most part, when you look at the rising stars that I have, we can manipulate the chems to actually get it to what we want it to be. It's not a big deal. It's just that pretty much we're going to be losing out on some of the other things that are added to those players. But with pass rush, you'll notice that my starters don't have it. So I don't really need to have it other than to just complete the rest of it. Because if you look at what pass rush does, you know, the pursuit, press, power move and stuff like that, we could actually manipulate it to make it so that our players have better finesse move and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, it's all about the block shed. So we have to make sure that we have that. In case you guys were wondering, why wouldn't I have all of them going? That's why I never really played around with it and used my rising star to like give them, you know, +6 pass rush or whatever like that. Because I was like, yo, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I do that at that point? Why would I manipulate them? Because I don't use them. You know, and it doesn't make sense. With everything else that I show you on the offensive side of the ball, I use Franco Harris with that power run chem to make him give me some blocks, do certain things with it. It makes sense. Defensively, I don't use pass rush, so I'm just more manipulating it because I have the ability to do that with additional rising stars. Rising stars are very, very easy to complete. Please check this playlist about the rising stars. I go through it in its entirety to let you see what's going on with it. But again, it is what it is. This guy might be better at pass rush because he's not getting anything with the run stuff. So if I wanted to go back to him, change his run stuff to pass rush, it'll probably chem him up. You see what I'm saying? But again, that's something that we would look at later because I don't use them at all. It's just for the chemistry purposes of getting your squad up and getting the blue icons on their numbers to come up. So, you know, ultimately, you're going to want your safeties, your secondaries, your secondary players with lockdown, your corners with lockdown. That's key. Zone, man, very important with these players. You're going to want to make sure that you have the zone and you have the man coverage. Point blank, simple, easy. We move on from that. Defensively on a D line, you're going to want to have, you know, block shed. All right. You're going to want to have out of my way as your red chems. Those are the things that you're going to be looking for the people that pass rush. All right. Lockdown. All right. Out of my way chem. Run stuff. That's it. If you want to add the pass rush, you could do it, whatever. Have fun with that. It doesn't really matter. It's all about out of my way and it's all about lockdown. That is key to getting a lot of victories in every single MUT game that you play because the cards will cheat when you have those chems on them. Point blank. Run stuff, lockdown. You're done with defense. You don't even need to do that with pass rush. I only have that like that because I have rising stars and I'm like, yo, let me just play around with it. That's the only reason that it's like that. Now, you're going to also need sprinter, all right? So you're going to have 30 players with the sprinter chem on them. With some of the players that can get ×2 for sprinter, it makes it a lot easier. But sprinter, when you have it maxed out, gives you +2 speed and +1 acceleration. And that adds additional +1 to the overall of a lot of players when you give them the +2 speed. So that is very, very integral in getting your team to 99 overall. You're also going to want to make sure that your special teams players are pretty high. We're going to have to upgrade these guys. This goes towards your overall. So you will notice that later I will upgrade my kicker and my punter to at least get them to like a 95, 96, something like that, just to make sure that everything is good. So your special team, your defense, your sprinter chem, lockdown, run stuff, defense, you're going to want go deep, power run, and zone run. If you want to go West Coast will give a lot of your receivers and linemen +1 overalls, but it's up to you if you want it. I prefer the way I have it now. You know, it works for me, zone run, power run, and go deep. That's what works for me. You let me know, you know, what you're trying to do. It is what it is. But this scheme right here is set and suitable for Madden 19 because it's a lot of moss action, a lot of running, and a lot of spin move. all given by those attributes. So that's what you're going to want to do to make sure that you get that +1. Very, very important to do that. All right. So before I let you guys go, let me show you what's going on with special teams and let you see what, what's available right now as far as getting a higher overall player. I think only the team of the year, Robbie Gould, is somebody that could possibly be able to do that to get, a higher overall than what I have right now with this guy. Is it a 96 available right now? What do they got? All right, so he's going for 880. All right, that's Robbie Gould at a 96. I don't believe that they get chemmed up, so I don't really know, but that's very expensive for a kicker. And then this guy, yeah, that's crazy. So, when the only other way that you could really get lucky with doing this, in my opinion, by getting those cards in your squad, I'm going to tell you the easiest way to get it is probably to use the set where you get one special teams player inside the team of the year thing right here and just get him as a nat. Because to spend 1,000,000 coins for it probably would not work out in your best interest. All right? But you would get a nat player, so it works out. That way you don't have to really worry about, anything else that's going on. You get what you have to get by just simply, doing that. Now, we have one of them so far, and in this 93 to 95, we could try to see what's going on, 188. So we could try, let's try it right now. Let's try it right now, because that looks pretty cheap right now. So I'm going to do it right now for you guys, just for the purposes of the video. We'll go after a nat card to show you guys what's up. And let you guys see the way that you could probably work it, because that would save you a lot, and then we could sell the other kicker, so it won't matter. All right? So 190, it's going to cost us about 380. It is what it is. All right? We'll do this and sacrifice this for the possibility of getting what we need at the kicker position or the punter position. All right? I would not recommend that you spend anything else. Don't spend 1,000,000 or something coins for it. And I got news for you. Those players are going to be going for a decent amount throughout the entirety of the year. So you're going to want to be careful with that situation. All right, that's done right now. Let's go ahead and do this. And even with the prices that they are right now, we could have probably spent a little bit more and, see what's good, but I'm not doing that. All right, so Drew Brees. Who's our kicker? Is that a specialist player? What is that? Is that specialist? What is this? All right, so we totally got screwed on this one. All right, what? I thought we were supposed to get a specialist player. Why did they give me 2 offensive players? None of these guys are specialists. What is this even about right here? What? Bro, I don't know what's going on, but this guy is an offensive player. So what is this even about right now? I'm about to find out what's happening with this. This doesn't make any sense. It's supposed to be 1 specialist, 1 whatever the other thing is, 1 specialist, 1 offensive player, 1 defensive player. This guy is not a specialist. What? All right, so I would not do this right now. I'm gonna have to report this actually to EA Sports and let them know what's going on and try to figure out what's happening with this. This doesn't make any sense. So we're gonna actually have to. Do we snap this? All right, let me save this. Let me save this screenshot so that I can send this to EA Sports, and then we'll figure that out. But yeah, this is straight cheese. Now, Drew Brees though, yeah, no, we can't do that with Drew Brees. That ain't about to pop up. But we're gonna take the 97 obviously because he's the highest one, and then we'll go from there and see what's going on because he's gonna give us a decent amount of training points, right? 13,000 training. All right, because I don't need Drew Brees, so I'll just take the 13,000 training right quick and move on with my day. It is what it is. All right. So look, this is the objective, right? You're supposed to get an offense, defense, and specialist player. I don't understand why that just happened like that, but it makes absolutely no sense, and we're gonna have to figure out what's going on with that. But over here, you can see based on what I just spent for the other ones that it's gonna cost a little bit. It's that 1-1. It's gonna cost you a decent amount. All right. But these 2 right now, that was pretty cheap for the Jared Goff. So you could possibly get lucky because that's going to be about 400K for those 2. And then all these over here, they look like about almost 200K also. So it's going to be 2. You're not. It doesn't make any sense to go through it with this one. I just want to point that out because it's 400, 400, and then 200, 200, 200, and 200. So you're spending, 1,000,000 coins. You're going to spend 1,000,000 coins and then get nothing like I just got, and it'll be done. Meanwhile, I just spent that and got 13,000 training points. So if you do the math, I pretty much got what I would have gotten out of something else based on the training if I spent that same 300,000 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's just to point it out. Plus, now you guys don't have to deal with that, and I'm going to get that information over to EA Sports and see if we can get that fixed. All right? So I was trying to see if we could get ourselves a Team of the Year kicker or whatever. EA Sports just really did me dirty, so we got to see what goes on with that. But ultimately, you saw the price of the special team players. That also contributes to your overall. So at some point, to get your 99, you're going to need that kicker and that punter. All right? Hopefully this has been informative to you. Let me know if you have any other questions or comments. The people that watch my videos are very, very helpful, so they will make sure that they answer whatever they see that's relevant to the situation. Thank you guys and girls for watching. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.